Hello and welcome, it is MattManectric here, back with another Sunday live viewer battle. We're here with MattManectric, who is a viewer from the live stream and also an avid member of the Discord chat. He has been, well, whenever I've been looking for a battle, I always say, yeah, cool, if you're available, and then when I actually, you know, when I go to battle him, he's always offline. But finally, we've got the battle with him, probably after about a month of him asking, actually. But he did ask for OU, and we're actually seeing not strictly OU, a little bit of Gudra, a little bit Slowbro OU? I think Slowbro's OU. Ignore what I was saying about Slowbro. But, you know, a little bit Gudra there, just to mix things up. So, you've seen this team before, with, you know, based on the Megazard. And I think what we're going to do is go with Mamoswine Speed. Just get those rocks up, because it doesn't look like he's got a spinner. Or Defogger, for that matter. And that's always dangerous when you're playing the Charizard game. So, gonna go ahead and lead with Mamoswine just to make sure we get those stealth rocks up. I mean, just a quick check out the team while we've got another 25 seconds. I mean, Charizard obviously a massive threat, so going into Finny is going to be quite a big deal there. Keep making sure we keep Finny alive. Gudra is always going to be an issue. It's just incredibly bulky, so definitely going to want to get some physical hits on that thing. Possibly with Mamoswine. Otherwise, we're really going to struggle with it. Let's hit confirm. Mimikyu shouldn't be too much of an issue. Again, Charizard with the rocks, that won't be a massive problem because we've got, well, we've got Finny, we've got Greninja, so I'm quietly confident going into this. I'm quietly confident. Provided we keep Mamoswine around for Gudra, we should be alright, because I think the Z move from because we've got the ground type, but I can't remember what it's called. I genuinely cannot remember what it's called. I always forget it. Terra something. As you can still tell, I'm still a little bit ill. Got the snuffles a little bit. So Tapu Koko is the lead. This obviously is a timid nature one because it's from the event. I could straight up just go for the Earthquake here. I could go for the Stealth Rock. I think I'm just going to click Stealth Rock. Like I say, the rocks are really important for me in this battle. He might end up going for the Grass Knot. If he does, that's really going to suck. It would seem he does not have Grass Knot. Because this is not a Focus Sash variant, as I've said. It is a Z-move variant. And he has chosen to go out into the Charizard, predicting the Earthquake. But this is going to limit Charizard switching, so we're going to go ahead and switch out straight into Tapu Fini. If he wants to go for Solar Beam, he can go for Solar Beam. It doesn't really bother me. If he wants to go up to X, that would be incredible. Unless it's got Thunder Punch, which would be quite scary, and that would do a lot of damage. But I don't think Solar Beam would do a massive amount. It's going to be X. Okay. Let's just hope he doesn't have Thunderbolt. That's right, Thunder Punch. Fortunately, the Electric Throwing is gone now, so Thunder Punch won't be doing anywhere near as much damage as it would be doing as it was. We are going to see the Dragon Dance come up, though, which is, of course, very scary. So, let's hit him with the Nature's Madness. Nature's Madness will take him down to half HP. If we see Thunder Punch, that's really scary, but, I mean, Thunder Punch isn't that common on Charizard, so I mean, he might be running Roost as well. Most will run, say, Fire Punch or Flare Blitz. We're going to see the Shadow Claw in the slot where Thunder Punch would normally be. It's going to do a decent amount of damage, but a Nature's Madness plus 2 Moonblast should be enough to knock out Charizard. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Lefty's recovery is always helpful in this case. And, you know, Charizard, it's a massive threat. It is a huge threat. So let's go for that Moonblast. I'm sure my opponent will want to keep Charizard around, because obviously if he gets rid of Finny, then, you know, Zard's going to be very helpful to him. I think it's the only thing on his team that can really deal with the my Ferrothorn. He's actually gone into the Mimikyu, which I'm not sure if I agree with that play, because now he has lost the disguise. Because of the rocks, he doesn't have a Focus Sash. It's a really odd play, that one. And Mimikyu doesn't get anything that's particularly amazing against Tapu Fini. However, the way he does bring it in means that he obviously wants to get some damage off right away. And I would very much expect him to go for the Z move. So, expecting a Twinkle Tackle, I'm going to go out, with my flipping notes, I cannot say that properly. Expecting the Twinkle Tackle, I'm going to go out into the Ferrothorn. to eat that hit up. We can knock him out with a Gyro Ball in the following turn, hopefully. I'm not actually sure if Gyro Ball would take it out, but I guess we'll find out. He's actually gone for the Curse, which I do find to be a little bit odd. I mean, Ferrothorn's going to take a little bit of damage here because of the Curse. I'm going to go ahead and switch out. I don't know whether or not he's expected Curse the effect when the Pokemon isn't Ghost type to activate, but I've never seen a Curse Mimikyu before. I'm quite curious, to be honest with you. I'm quite curious. I think Magnezone is my switch, and I can come in, I can go for a Volt Switch, and okay, that just gives us Switch initiatives as well. So, he has gone for the Swords Dance. I'm still not sure on that Curse. I'm still not sure on that Curse. Okay, let's take a little look at what he could potentially do in this situation. Gonna want to keep Magnezone around, definitely. Now, he doesn't actually have a proper switch in to Volt Switch other than the Goodra. So, if he does want to go to Goodra, that is A-okay, because like I said, we'll have the switch initiative, and we can just go ahead and switch out. Mimikyu gonna go for that Shadow Claw. We should eat that up. Yeah, just under half, and Volt Switch takes out Mimikyu. So that's a big threat out the way. Again, not sure about the Curse. A little bit confused about it, but I am not going to sit here and be disappointed, because it's great to see that thing gone. It is fantastic to see that thing gone. Let's go out to Greninja. Let's go into Greninja. Now, for those of you who might not have watched the last Sunday viewer battle, in fact, last Sunday viewer battle was on Roulette, so take it back. For the ones that haven't seen it previously, this Greninja is running Ice Beam, Water Shuriken, Haze, and Extra Sensory. And I don't want to be in this battle. We're going to be switching out. We are going to switch out, because, I mean, we're not taking a Volt Switch. There is no way we take a Volt Switch. So I'm going to go ahead, go right into Mamoswine, and force him to switch, like, directly instead of just straight up Volt Switching. And I can very much see him going into Slowbro. It could be, no, we've already seen that. It's not like Slowbro. We're going to see Dazzling Leap. It's a really good play from my opponent, predicting the switch out. And now I've got to have a bit of a rethink. It would seem like he has nothing for Ferrothorn, so I think Ferrothorn's probably my better play. We can set up a Leech Seed. Is he going to go out to the Charizard? He actually goes into Celesteela, which I am absolutely fine with. That is brilliant. Maybe he has Flamethrower on the Celesteela. Maybe he has Flamethrower on it, but I mean, I'm not too scared of Celesteela while I've got Mamoswine on. Sorry, while I've got my Assault Vest Magnezone on. I keep calling Mamoswine. I don't know why. I would expect a Flamethrower. I'm expecting Flamethrower. However, there is that chance that he could go for the sub, and he's just sort of trying to bait me. It's a difficult decision. He can't Leech Seed me, obviously, while I've got Ferrothorn in. It may be safe for me just going out to Charizard. Charizard may be the play, because Heavy Slam's resisted, Flamethrower's resisted. Sub, I'm not too scared of. So we are going to hard switch out into the Charizard. He is switching again. To go out into Goodra. I mean, it's okay. I don't mind him doing all the switching, because if anything, he's not really helping himself. He's just taking more damage because of the Stealth Rock. I get that he's trying to get himself into a better position where he can get up a hit. I mean, this reveals to us that it's not Assault Vest as well, which is fantastic news for me, because I don't even like dealing with Assault Vest Goodra very much. And actually, it could be smart for me just to click Air Slash here. Although he could have Thunderbolt, which I wouldn't be too happy with. I would not be too happy with it. Do I go into Ferrothorn and set up a Leech Seed? Again, he potentially has a Flamethrower as well. We did see lefties, which means there is a chance it could be Rest, Sleep Talk, something along those lines. Let's go out into the Ferrothorn and see what this Goodra is up to. If obviously this is a little bit of scouting, and I'm very tempted to throw a Leech Seed up onto this thing. We're going to see a Toxic, so it's potentially a Toxic Sora. Interesting information. Very, very good information, I must say. So like I said, I'm more than happy to Leech Seed this. I don't think he's running Flamethrower. I don't think he's running Thunderbolt. I'd imagine he's got Dragon Pulse, Toxic, Protected Substitute, or something along those lines. Let's go for the Leech Seed. He is running Flamethrower. Okay, he's running a really random Toxic. Right then. Not a problem. We actually live that. Oh, we do get the burn, though. I was about to say we do get the burn. No, we didn't get the burn. And he's running Sap Sipper. Well, then. I completely forgot about that. I completely forgot to get Sap Sipper. And Ferrothorn is basically useless. Ferrothorn, you are pretty much useless to me. That's really, really unfortunate. That's really, really unfortunate. Toxic Goodra. Toxic Goodra. Okay. Okay. I think I'm just going to go out into Tapu Fini. This is what I should have done from the beginning. We can't be poisoned with it. Flamethrower is not going to do anything. Dragon Pulse we're immune to. This is absolutely by... I don't know what I was thinking going out to Ferrothorn. This is by far the less riskier play. He's going to go for the Flamethrower again. It's going to do nothing to Tapu Fini. We can quite safely go for a Taunt, really. Or even predict a switch out, because he will switch. He will switch. Probably going into the Celesteela, to be honest, so going for a Nature's Madness is not a bad play at all. We do see the switch. He's going to go into the Celesteela as predicted. And like I said, we can quite safely go for the Nature's Madness, lock him in with Magna Zone and take this thing out. Although, I mean, Celesteela's not that big of a threat, to be honest, but because I do have the Charizard. And actually, considering I do have Charizard, I might just go ahead and bring in Charizard as just a direct switch in now, because he could end up Leech Seeding and protecting, and that would be annoying because I think Celesteela outspeeds Magna Zone, so you know what? Let's hard switch out into Charizard again and start Flamethrower, because, or even predict the switch out and go back into Tapu Fini, because I mean, it's a bit of a stallish team. There's a little bit of stall in there. He's going to go for the Flash Cannon. That's going to do nothing. And the stall is a little bit annoying. And we just need to break through. So like I said, I'm expecting him to go out into Goodra this turn. So I'm going to make the play and go out into Mamoswine. I know I say Fini is safer. But this will put me in a really nice offensive position where we can go for the Z-Ground type move. Be looking good. I would expect him to potentially go into something to resist ice, maybe something like Slowbro. He's gonna stay in a Leech Seed. Okay, not what I was looking for. That's really quite annoying. That's really quite annoying. We are switching straight out. Or actually, he could go for a Protect here. And if he does want to protect, then this is the time to go out into Magna Zone, because it means that he's not going to be going for a switch. He's not going to be switching out. So let's make the play. Let's go out into Magna Zone then. I don't think he'll Flamethrower, because now he's got the Leech Seed off, he'll probably just want to recover a little bit of HP. If he Flamethrowers, then that's really annoying. He is going to protect as predicted, and we can go ahead and knock him out with a Thunderbolt. And that we Celesteela gone, provided we live a Flamethrower, which, most Celesteelas are fairly bulky, so... And we are Assault Blasted, so I wouldn't expect a Flamethrower to knock us out. So Celesteela, what are you going to do? Are you going to go for the Flamethrower? I would assume you are. We are going to outspeed him actually, and Thunderbolt is going to connect. Thunderbolt is going to knock out the Celesteela, and that's fantastic. Because that is one last thing that can switch into Mamoswine when we go for the Z move. I would expect Charizard to come in now. Here it is. And actually, I'm going to just go straight for a Thunderbolt, because I could see him predicting me to switch out and going for a Dragon Dance. I don't really need Magna Zone anymore at this point. I mean, yes, okay, it'll be helpful for Slowbro, but I've got enough special attackers on my team to deal with Slowbro. And if it comes down to it, then I bring Infinity, I Taunt, and I just Nature's Madness and Moonblast it away and sort Stall Breaker it. So let's go for the Thunderbolt in the hopes that he does go for the Dragon Dance. He's actually going to go for the Fire Fang, which is an interesting thing to run on Charizard. But Magna Zone is not going to be living that, unfortunately. But it's okay. It is okay. I don't mind too much. We can bring a Greninja. We can very safely bring a Greninja, might I add. And go for the Water Shuriken. Although Ice Beam is probably the safer play, since we're guaranteed to outspeed it. So let's go ahead and do that. Unless we're going to predict some sort of magical switch out. I mean, I guess he could go out into the Goodra. So, you know what? Let's Ice Beam. Let's do it. Ice Beam is. We will outspeed Charizard. We will knock it out. Down it goes. And we are slowly chipping away at my opponent's team. Taking it down Pokemon by Pokemon. So that is 3 down, 3 to go. And it's been a decent amount so far. It's just trying to get through the Goodra that's going to be the problem. The Tapu Koko is going to come back in. I mean, no, there's no way we're taking it out with it. I mean, maybe with 5 hits, if we're lucky with Water Shuriken, we could do it, but I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to just sack off Ferrothorn here. Don't really need it at that range of HP. It's pretty much Death Fodder at this point. So, you know, and if he Volt Switches, then that's excellent for me as well, because this means that I just get a little bit of switch initiative. He's just going to go straight for the Dazzling Gleam, so down goes Ferrothorn, and I can freely bring in something else to help combat the Tapu Koko. Which, to be honest, I don't have that much to combat Tapu Koko. And looking at it, Greninja might have been my best thing to deal with anyway. Finny gets hit by the Thunderbolt, Charizard gets hit by Thunderbolt, and Mamoswine kind of gets wrecked by Dazzling Gleam. So, you know what, we're going to bring the Greninja back in, and we're going to go for the Water Shuriken. If Water Shuriken doesn't take it out, provided it's not only 2 hits, Ice Shard should be enough for Mamoswine. So let's go for the Water Shuriken. The Tapu Koko is a real issue, and if I'm him, I'd really try and preserve it. We do connect with the Water Shuriken, and obviously it is Stab with a Life Orb. So how much can we do? If it's 5 hits, it potentially knocks it out. More than 2, please. Need more than 2. It is more than 2. Can we get a third? We do not get a third, and the Tapu Koko will knock us out with a Thunderbolt, or a Dazzling Gleam in this case. And actually, we've not seen him switch up attacks. I was about to say he could be Specs, but he's not Specs. We've seen Life Orb over and over again. And actually, you know, that's his own fault there, not going for the electric type attack, because he's not able to knock out Greninja, because obviously it's not super effective. So, Greninja going to knock out the Tapu Koko, which is massive, massive, massive for us. He's got to be keeping that in reserve for my other 3 Pokemon, because at the end of the day, if Greninja were to go down, that Koko is still alive. He wins. He completely wins, and it's a massive error from my opponent, really, losing Tapu Koko in that situation. Goodra's going to come in. We can connect with the Ice Beam and do a nice chunk of damage. Probably still do nothing because it's a bloody Goodra, but... Oh, he's going to double out, so he's just going to knock me out with my own Life Orb damage and go out to Slowbro. That's fair. That's fair enough. That's fair enough if that's how he wants to play. Freeze won't matter if we get it, just say him, because he'll be running Scald. If he's not running Scald, then he's running Slowbro wrong. He is running Slowbro wrong. Down goes Greninja, unfortunately. And to be fair, Haze could have been useful if this thing was to start setting up Carmine. So maybe losing Greninja, it wasn't the best idea, but we've got 2 bulky monsters on the field right now. And Tapu Fini is probably my best option. Alright, let's do it. Let's go into Fini. Let's go for the Taunt onto Slowbro before it can slack off. He can't go for a Thunder Wave or a Toxic against us because of the misty terrain, so that's one reason to definitely keep Fini alive. And to stop him from seriously stalling us out. Let's go for that Taunt then to stop him from causing any shenanigans. I don't think he'll go out into Goodra. Because Goodra is obviously weak to Fairy, but at this point, I think Fini wins me the game. There's the Taunt. And yeah, we're restricting him from going for the Slack Off. And Moonblast, I'm hoping is 2-hit KO. I'm hoping it's a 2-hit KO. Both Pokemon are running with leftovers, so it might be worth me actually going for a Nature's Madness first, and then seeing if we can knock him out with Moonblast. And also, Nature's Madness will probably do more to Goodra, just because of how much bloody HP it's got. It's got way too much. Off goes the Nature's Madness, gonna do exactly 50% of Slowbro's remaining HP, as Slowbro opts the Scald. This will do nothing because he's got no special attack boosts. And like I say, he can't burn us because of the misty terrain. So, I mean, at this stage, the Taunt isn't gone, but if I switch out and bring in Charizard and he switches out to Goodra... The thing is, Slowbro has Regenerator still, which is incredibly annoying because he can keep Slowbro around if he just wants to switch out. I'm now Moonblasting this turn. I mean, he can't beat Finny. He surely can't beat Finny. I mean, Goodra could have a poison type attack, I guess. Like, other than Toxic, like Sludge Wave. Something along those lines. Moonblast is going to connect. It is super effective, but how much is it really going to do? It's maybe a 3-hit KO, I would say. And Finny is pretty vital to me, so I'm going to keep it alive. My DS is actually on low battery, so let's hope that the DS gets through. In fact, he could now just... Yeah, the thing is, he could just go straight back out into... He could go back out to Slowbro. That's what I was trying to say. Right. I'm going to Nature's Madness. I don't know what I don't know what Goodra's going to do. He's going to go for Protect. It kind of PP-stilled me a little bit. It's become a little bit of a mind game situation. However, I think he could go... I can't go into Charizard because this Goodra is still around. If I go into Charizard and he predicts me to switch out and goes out into Slowbro, then that gives him a free opportunity to switch out into Goodra, which means that he just gets more regenerate HP, which is why I'm not switching out. Let's go for the Nature's Madness then. We do only have 6 PP left of it though. He does switch out this turn to go into the Slowbro. Now, the question is, after Rocks and the Nature's Madness, is Moonblast going to be enough? He's actually going to avoid the Nature's Madness, which is incredibly annoying. That's really bad. That's really bad. Okay. Right. The mist has disappeared from the battlefield as well, so he can now poison us. He surely slacks off. He surely slacks off. I'm going to go for a taunt. I can't let him heal up anymore. I've got to stop him from healing. There's the taunt. Yeah, okay, so we do see a Calm Mind, which is very dangerous. I'm going to continuously Moonblast because I'm running out of Nature's Madness PP and I don't want to run out. I need to put PP max on that thing. He does switch out into the Goodra, and can Goodra live 2 Moonblasts? I'm really not sure. Not from that range of HP, I don't think so. Especially after the Rocks. Moonblast connects. Special attack drop would be nice, I must say. It would be nice. It's doing a lot of damage. I can maybe see him going for a Protect here. But the Goodra is coming to a point where it's at such low HP that Charizard wouldn't be able to knock him out. We do knock him out with the Moonblast. Right, that is Goodra gone. It's probably game over at this stage. It's probably game over at this stage. I'm going to go for a Taunt. I'm then going to bring in Charizard and really going to sack it off. I will hit it with a couple of Solar Beams though. But I want to bring in Mamoswine because I think Mamoswine's ground type Z move will do a hell of a lot of damage. Let's go for that Taunt. I might not even need to be fair. I might not even need to. I think Finny can carry out this win by going for Taunt, Nature's Madnesses, etc. Because we're restricting him from healing. He can't go for Calm Mind. He's going to go for a Scald. He can actually burn us now that the Misty Terrain is down. Which is a little bit annoying, but it's... At this stage, I think the game's done. I think the game's done. It's just going to be a little bit stally. But hopefully with Nature's Madness, the game will wrap itself up in the next few turns. Cheers, Bone. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. You know, you have to go up. I couldn't have just put you on the side. MattManectric is going to forfeit there, as he did realise there was nothing he can do. Skull just was not doing enough damage to tackle Finny. Thank you for an excellent game, though. Thank you for consistently persisting on wanting to get on wanting to battle so badly. You finally got your battle, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a very good game. If you did enjoy the battle, guys, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. All the social media and etc. is in the description below. And we will see you next time for some Battle Spot, hopefully. Bye bye.